Hello, happy Sunday. Let's get after it. Let's get into some charts. Got a new week starting. Got the weekly candle close coming here, I think in about 15 minutes. Let's take a look at what I'm going to be trying to do come this week. Get a plan set up per trader Dante. On Sundays, you review what you did good, what you did bad, where you made mistakes, how you could do better. Monday or Sunday, you create a plan for the coming week. Let's find some areas of interest. Let us see what's going on. Going to start off stock market. Yes. Let's see what we have going here. Big FOMC week last week. Big sweep of previous highs. Swept this high. That was the target, right? You hear Crypto Chase saying he wanted to long up into that, but now that we've hit that, I don't know. I don't know if the long here is as good of an idea. What I would like looking at this chart, don't know if we'll get it, is I would like to dump into this line right here, which also, interesting enough, would be the midpoint of that weekly range. I would like to see us dump down into here before moving up, but it's actually a reasonably big move. But we're looking for bounces. What I'm looking for this week is I'm looking for some bounces to long. I'm looking for some bounces to long to short back down potentially. I'm gonna try to get this guy shown on some of the other time frames. Right, so into this daily order block, we just bounced off the top of it. To say that we bounced off of this high here, right? I think that I don't know that we come all the way down to here. If you run a fib on this run from here to here, right here is that sweet spot for long. So maybe we don't come all the way down to there. Maybe that was the high that we bounce off of. You can see we're back below the 100-day moving average, the 200-day moving average. There and there, I don't know, the FOMC stuff. It gave us the pump for the opportune short. I'm upset with myself that I decided, I'm not going to trade its FOMC, but FOMC threw the price right into the spots that I was looking for, that I wanted to see so that I could short it. But I didn't do it based off of, I guess, a decision I made. I'm going to trade FOMC from now on if it hits my areas of interest. But I think a lot of people are looking for some sort of bounce here, maybe up into this breaker right here, the down. This would have been a low, a high, a low, a low, a high, a low, a higher high, and then that was supposed to act as resistance to go back up. So that's a breaker block. So I'll be looking for a long into this block right here, potentially. That would be a good play to this side. Otherwise, these lows right here, obviously, go up here and just head down from there. That was the original long that I had taken there. So we have some NPOC sitting above head on here. The naked points of correction. You can either use time ones or you can use volume ones, but you got to drop down to a lower time frame, the 30-minute time frame. You can drop down here and you can see them by turning them on. The volume ones too. So volume ones are a little different than time over here. I don't use them much on the stock market, but I imagine that they work the same, so I decided to add them this week. Maybe it's a little different with the stock market not being open all the time. You know, there's not much for liquidity left to the upside. There's really, you know, there's people shorting all the way down, of course, but there's not a whole lot. You know, maybe clear these. So yeah, come up here, maybe come up into here, reject off here, then down, take out these stops here. But in order to get into a long on the stock market, I personally am going to want to see, and I'm looking for this on all of the coins, everything right now, is I want to see a sweep of the lows. It's just it's how I enter in trades. It's if I don't get that per se, and I guess you could say this was a sweep of that low and that was a reclaim right there. But I want to see a sweep of that low before I get in something that looks like that to get in nuts. So anyways, again, that's what I'm looking for on everything, to give you a little bit of insight into what I'm looking at. I'm looking for a sweep of the lows into these blocks. And it's pretty much the same thing. Why does it keep... I hit Control Z and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. See? Control Z. What the hell? But yeah, so I'm looking for a sweep, then a bounce. That is, all right, so there it is. That's my plan on ES. If we get a bounce here, then we're headed up. A sweep and a bounce. You're going to see it's pretty much the same thing across all my potential trades for this week. So that's ES. But important with ES is we have the dollar. And so the dollar itself, why would we maybe get a... You know, I don't know, if dollar shoots up, then we'd get that sweep. But otherwise, you can see the dollar is in this perfect spot for this to just be done and over with, for this run to be over. The stocks rallied, dollar dumped. But this is a perfect spot right here for the everything to turn around, assuming dollar works the same way as the other coins. As you can see that there's these equal lows here, right? That's marked as liquidity. Come down, maybe we get this relief bounce, maybe this dumps, take the equal lows out, and when this goes down, stocks, crypto will go up. And that would be the opportunity for us to short. This dumps, stocks, crypto go up. We short stocks and cryptos before, when they're up. And then the dollar takes off and we profit on our shorts. So a pullback on the dollar means a pump on the stocks. So I'm looking for that to happen to get the move up on stocks and crypto to get opportunity to short. All right, let's jump over. We've got that now. Let's jump over to the higher time frame charts. See if anything has changed. It's been a while, so I don't know if we've ever looked at the yearly chart together. On the yearly chart, 1400 looks like a pretty good place to turn around, doesn't it? So I've had other things marked up, but on the yearly chart, that looks good. Let's go to the charts that are actually marked up. Same thing. This is the quarterly high, the last quarter of the 2017 bull run. That's where I got that range from. You know, we've only got 13 days left in this quarter. That's kind of exciting. Do we close above? If we close above 17,585, that's would be like bottom type stuff on Bitcoin, I don't know that we're going to do that though. I think that ultimately we trickle down if we go to the 1 month. We're looking for these bullish order blocks that are marked. Bullish order block down before the up move, the impulse up move, came back. That's where the bottom was. Looking for the same thing here to happen. Not saying it will happen, but for me, that is when I'm going to do everything I can to invest all that I can, despite uncertainty in the future of financial markets right now. All right, let's keep cruising. I kind of want to make this quick because I want to work on my trading plan. Let me see if I can't copy and do a little snip. So I'm gonna work on a trading plan. Right, write that up. 2023 trading manual for myself. I'll share it with you guys, but it's recommended everybody does one for themselves so you can understand yourself as a trader. I don't know. The weekly candle, it closes in 3 minutes and 23 minutes and 18 seconds, right? This is what it's going to look like. Huge hard rejection. We're headed back down here eventually, of course, but I don't know. It wouldn't be a good trade, but you could I think it's safe to say you could go ahead and go like this and just short, and at least this would be down to here, right? Obviously not a good trade, but I don't know. I think we're headed back down. Huge rejection right here. We're nowhere near the moving averages on the weekly, 100 and 200. There's probably some other moving averages that would be good to look at, but those are the ones I have marked. So came up, rejected off the mid, didn't even make it to the mid. That's kind of where I got a little bit stuck, is I had a few assumptions that we're gonna get just a little bit higher, but of course we didn't even stay up there long, but that was that range there. So here on the really, I just want to go down to the weekly on the higher time frame here. So rejection here. If we keep headed down, this is the area I'm looking for. We already swept that low there, so I don't think that if we break below this area right here, I think we're headed lower. Where are we headed lower to? There's the 2018 high. That would be a good spot. I don't know that we capitulate all the way down to here yet. If anything, I think this is some sort of slow trickle bleed. I don't think it's going to be a full capitulation dump. But maybe Binance goes under or something. Right on. So let's, I've got the new weekly range marked out on last week's range marked out on the one that I draw up. So we'll get there, but let's jump over it. Let's see what's going on in ETH. It's going to be similar stuff. Let's go over to the quarter because it's almost over, another 13 days. Yeah, so this is just a whole bunch of bearish rejection off of the previous high. No closes above it. Bad news. And then we still have this untapped low here. So I think ETH, just like kind of I said with Bitcoin, except this is a little different, is that ETH's headed down to take out these lows. How soon, right? So if you're just like a trader, if you go down to the 4 hour, 12 hour, this 3 month stuff, if you're not using any leverage, it's kind of just used for a bias. You can't just make a trade off of this using a stop loss and stuff like that. on this higher time frame. The idea on the higher time frame is so I can look at this and say rejection, rejection. Okay, so maybe we get some moves up, and I'm looking to short down to here. But FOMC, I missed that. I missed those chances to short down to there. The monthly just closes like the quarterly in 13 days. I think we skipped. No, we didn't skip the monthly. Here we have the monthly order block here again. That would be an interesting scenario all the way down here to 300 to $500 ETH would be pretty crazy. It looks like we might actually get the first monthly close underneath this trend line though. Bitcoin, I think that we're already under it. Did I lose my trend line? Yeah, I think I deleted the trend line for Bitcoin just because it's like gone. Just something like that. Yeah, we closed below it. I think I got rid of it because it was gone. I thought I had it. I thought I remember having like a... Yeah, there it is, right there. So we closed below it, came up, retested it. I wanted a Bitcoin. I wanted to get this 100-day moving average, and I wanted to get that trend line for the retest. We didn't get that. I had high hopes that we'd get that, and I was going to short from there. You know, can move this down now that it moves with time, obviously. So I was hoping that we got up there, but we didn't. Yeah, we're on my other charts now. All right, back to Ethereum. On Ethereum, we did get the 100-day moving average tapped up against it, almost rejected. So that would have been a little bit, well, it was a little bit closer, but we swept this high there, right? But on the weekly, on the monthly, we're going to get the first close on the monthly below that trend line. Just sitting on top of the mid of this mid, but I don't know. I think that we're headed down. We took out stuff on the lower time frame. Okay. So in summary, on Ethereum, I think we had to take out these lows and we get a monthly close underneath there. We also have equal lows down here on the weekly on Ethereum that I think that we need to take out. We took out all these previous week's highs right here. So there's no liquidity sitting to the upside. Oh, look at that. And we bounced off the 200-week moving average right there. I didn't even know we were up there. But so there's a lot of reason to look for downside in Ethereum. A lot of reason to look for downside in Bitcoin with this giant rejection right there on the weekly. A lot of people think we pump up right now though. So let's jump over to the charts that I actually mark up. So already for us, I put previous week's range on there. I put the 2x previous week's range on there. We took out those highs there, swept that liquidity. Really ugly candle, but so here we sit. Here we sit. Here we sit. Let's still sitting above this weekly range there that's in pink. Let's go down to the 1 day. You can see we had that green range, the sweep low, sweep high, take out that low right here. Here's the previous month's range. I think that came up, checked off the mid of it there. The gray one. So here's Sniper's Alley, right? We came down into this. I think I haven't marked out on the the 12-hour, but you'll see people like Rec Proof. If we go to the 2-day, he likes the 2-day sometimes. If we go out to the 2-day, you'll see he's got You know, he's got like the 2-day bullish order block marked out here, down before the up move, the broke market structure. So a lot of people are looking to long in this area right here. So where am I going to get long? We've got these NPOCs sitting up there. Where am I going to get long? You can see I got some stuff marked here. The teal is liquidity. This is all liquidity that is untapped liquidity. We swept the liquidity to the high. Just got that 12-hour close swing fail, right? So let's look at the week. Yeah, so we just got that week. We just got that weekly close right there. Ugly weekly close. We knew it. We knew that though. So here we are on the 12-hour. This pink range doesn't earn a spot on the 12-hour. I don't even know if it does on the 4-hour. SFP. So what do we got here? Took out the previous week's low. We also took out the previous week's high first. Took that all out. Now we're going to take out the previous week, or the previous week is blue, 2x previous week yellow. We're going to take out the low or the high, 80%. I think we're taking out this. And I've got a trade open right now looking for us to sweep this, just a little short scalp, 0.5% risk. But I'm looking for us to sweep that and then head up. That squiggly is a really good squiggly. I'm very happy with that drawing of that squiggly. And that's exactly right. Why do I draw it like this? Because it's the high that swept the low and a break in market structure there. So you'll see me draw on here. I normally make them yellow, but you'll see me draw these: the high, the low that got swept, the high that swept the low, then we break that market structure, then we head up. That's the type of entry I'm looking for. I'm hoping to see some bearish, some bullish selling tonight come London Open, where London dumps the market down into here, at which point that I can long it up. Now, this is our area of interest down here, Sniper's Alley, and then also it's going to kill me if Control Z doesn't work the way that it's supposed to. It's my favorite button on the computer. Control Z, it undoes things. So right here is the 12-hour breaker, right? So this is you know, we're in a downtrend. This is a high that was supposed to block this from going up. So we come up and we come back down. We broke through that. So that's a breaker. That's a breaker block. So I've got that, an untested 12-hour breaker sitting right here. Otherwise, there's this bullish order block right here. It could be another thing, but I'm going with the breaker. Oh man, Control Z, Control Z. Why are you not working? It's gonna drive me crazy. So, right, so I'm looking for a sweep of this low to get a long, and the target is probably this NPOC here. You know, that's the monthly open, maybe into there. It's going to be hard because even if we do get a chance to long right here, there's lots of little chunks of resistance throughout here. But just there's this huge inefficiency here. You know, it's not a fair value gap. The fair value gap is right here on the 2-day. So here, there's huge fair value gap. There's this, well, that's partly filled, but there's this to this, right? Fill that fair value gap. So come down, sweep this, and then head up into this area here. We can go ahead and put the monthly open. That's okay for that to be on the daily chart. This is last week's open, or that's yeah, last week's open. So we'll have a new weekly open. This is last Monday's low. Came up, retraced to here. Let's go down to the lower time frame, the 4 hours. So you can see that I draw my liquidity with Theo lines, untapped lows. I shorted here. I actually shorted on this swing fail here. I shorted on that swing fail there, and I almost closed at the mid. It would have been profits, but I was like, no, I'll make some coffee first, and then it freaking rocketed up, and then it diddled here, and then went stopped me out. So I don't know. Sweep reclaim of here of this low. I do not like all this consolidation above here. If we look at the 12-hour, I like drawing, like the 12-hour, there's so much resistance right here. Consolidation, this low, there's so much consolidation right here that it's going to take a lot, I think, to push through that. But I'm short for now. So if it doesn't push through that, I'm in a trade from here down. Sometimes I'll draw stuff to represent, but I know that green line is still acting from this range, is still going to act as some pretty legit resistance, reclaim of that green line. And I think that we might be in some business to move back up to here. But let's see, this didn't swing fail here. If this would have swing failed here, this would have been a much more attractive long scenario, but it didn't. So it does seem like that there's some buy pressure though. But Sunday buy pressure can mean Monday dumpity dump. If you want to know what drawing this range here, if you go all the way down to like the 15-minute, not even ETH, it's a little more clear. But it's hard for me to draw ranges before it sweeps the other side. But so that was what I picked for a range because it made sense with the bottoms of these. A person could have taken and could have drawn it like this. And then that also, you can see active resistance, support. But I had drawn this and I like this because there's all these swing fails up here. I shorted that. I should have didn't take profit here at the mid. It's always good to take profit at the mid on just one of these little scalps. So here we swing failed again. I don't know. All these sweeps of these highs, there's like no liquidity left right here. There's this right here. So maybe like one more Sunday scan pump up into there would be, I wouldn't be surprised, but just like this sweep right here of all this liquidity that was sitting here, I want to say that the market wants to should go sweep these lows, set something up for tomorrow. But this to me just looks too much like a bear flag to not sweep these lows. At least sweep these. If we get like heavy swing fail here, we get heavy swing fail pattern here, like I don't know that I need to see that low swept. Ideally I do though, but take out this liquidity pouch here and then I'm willing to get long, but not until that gets swept. I want to scalp short this down. We'll see if it works though. If you're looking at high block capital, you know, there's no big buys. If we turn the granularity, down, there's no buys over the weekend here. There's like none at all, right? There's little one there. Not little. I don't know why it's 75.58 million long there. Are you crazy? Why there? Why is that the spot to long that big? It makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. You know, I wonder if these people aren't trying to, I don't know. You know, part of me thinks that everybody's trying to, there's people trying to trade this as a reclaim of this level right here, right? Like that's like a reclaim of that. If this just goes up from here, that's what happened. Is everybody's trading that as a reclaim of there, or reclaiming of last week's low, right? But I just, the way that this is all just angled and there's all this untapped lows here. I don't know though, but you can see that we had a similar situation here and that was it. We just went on our way. So, but I'm looking for a candle like this, except down into here. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for at least that, right? I'm looking for that candle to sweep down, take that liquidity, and then we go. Without sweeping this liquidity, I just don't think it's time to go up yet, especially with all these wicks up here. But sometimes your guess is as good as mine. I know that Rec Proof is waiting for that too on the bottom on ETH as a tick of the lows. Let me see if I can't pull up his. So this is ETH. Rec Proof is looking to, we have these equal lows right here, all across here, untap low, untap low, untap low, right? Sweep, take those out, and then up. So maybe I might just draw my attention to ETH just because it looks like it's got a more solid plan. So let's go to the 12-hour on ETH. So, right, so while I do think we ultimately come down here, looking for a potential way to get into some sort of long to get up into here. We've got this NPOC sitting here, something up here in order to come down, fill this fair value gap. All right, so this is the 2-day order block. Down before a momentum move up. We're in there. I bet if we were to draw the fib on here with the, so yeah, here we're in Sniper's Alley. You know, we're in that discount area, whatever you want to call it. We're in it. So I really would like to see a sweep of this low here. Let's let me see. Let's draw this as liquidity. And then this being liquidity. So come down and come into So this is a pattern you'll see me look for. So the high that swept the lows, maybe on the 12-hour, look at it a little differently. I wouldn't mind right there coming into this level here on ETH, coming into that level on ETH, to hitting, at least hitting that, or hitting this yellow line right there would be my sign to look for a long. Otherwise, even coming into here, but by the time that we get all the way down here, I don't know, I think it's probably game over. Could this bear flag all the way up here? I guess it could. I guess it could. I really want to see a sweep of these lows before I get into a long. So this, if you go down to the lower time frame, this is where I pulled this range from. We swept that liquidity right there. This was the up before the impulse movement down. We swept that. You know, on ETH though, this happened while I was sleeping, but we swept all of this lower side liquidity on ETH. So ETH actually looked more ready for a move up than Bitcoin did. We don't have much for liquidity to sweep down here. So besides this big higher time frame stuff, just on the little micro range, we don't have as much here. But of course, if Bitcoin does something, ETH's probably going to do it too. So, you know, I don't know. I guess that to see a pullback, a sweep of this, sweep down here, I don't know, sweep of this area here would be really nice before some longs. So this totally just looks like a bear flag to me that's going to dump at some point. How high does it go though? We've got a, all right, so I didn't do that yet. So let's go to the 1 week. We got previous week's range. Oh, these are just the highs and the lows I had marked. Control C thing is going to drive me crazy. Stop that. Doesn't even seem the back button does the same thing up there. I'm gonna leave that off. All right, so we got the previous week's range on there now. So maybe up to the mid. That's the target. Is the sweep of the low up to the mid, up to the previous week's open. Maybe slice into this NPOC up there. You know, I don't know that I need to have this giant box marked out. Anything. Let's move it down there. We know that we're in the area of interest. You know, long up to here. I don't know. There's so much resistance right here. That's the previous week's low. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't just come up into here and then dump down, but let's take a look. A lot of people think that we're going higher before we go lower. Clear up some of this inefficiency move here. Fair value gap, fair value gap. So right here, I will be looking for longs inside this box. Same thing on Bitcoin. Also, Trader Main has some charts coming out. I will be very much heavily relying on what his charts look like, but I think he's looking for the same thing here. Right into here. Here we are, this. So, just for the fun of it, let's take a look. And this thing just will not go down. Right? You know, like, I don't know, if I was looking to long all this, it's like, it makes sense. You got nice swing fails of these lows, right? You're sweeping all that liquidity and headed in the other direction. But just with the same thing on the upside, I was just thinking that we're good to go down. I don't know, I guess this is probably why people don't trade on the weekends. Low liquidity, it moves so easy. So I don't know at this point if we don't swing fail that. We'll probably just moon up and out of here if we get up to here, but I don't know. It's bad. If we moon tonight, then we're probably dumping tomorrow, with this being an accumulation range. With this being accumulation. With this being manipulation. And then I guess that'd be what we'd be looking for, is then tomorrow expansion down here to take out those. You'll see a lot of people post these. Maybe I need to find some different colors for these. Rec Proof will teach you all about these. Go and check out his free education material. He will teach you all about these. Power of threes, they're called. So, I don't know. I'm sticking to my guns that this is going to get hit tomorrow. Currently, my stop loss is right. Where is it? Trade history. I'm gonna mark some of my trades. I'm gonna start marking them on here. Currently, my stop loss is right at the high of that on that swing fail. Maybe I'm gonna get liquidity lunched again. This was the previous one that got wrecked. But Maybe it needs to be higher than this. Maybe they take out that high before going down. Oh my gosh, I hit Control Z again. Look at that. What is this shit? I hit Control Z and that's what happens. What is this shit? Man, oh man, it's kind of just been a day like that for me. I'm really frustrated with the way that this has been going. Just like I'm hitting buttons and the buttons don't do what they've always done in the past. Every time that I've hit those same buttons. Whatever, that stop is like right there. Yeah, stopped out. It looks like the bastards are gonna try to stop me out again. These are just 0.5% trades, but I want to see. So vicious, so mean to me. I want to see a swing fail of that high now, right? Take that liquidity out and then let's head down. Let's be over with it. We all know that this is a bear flag. We all know that this is going to dump, so just let it dump. There. Dump, dump, dump. I don't know, even though that looks rather impulsive. We'll keep that on there because it's pretty. Let me see. All right, so there it is. I'm looking to try to long from down here. Wish me luck. If you want to get better at trading, learn from Trader Main, learn from SMFX, learn from XO, Cold Blood Schiller. I haven't watched your stream since such a long time. I need to get back in there. Wreck Proof has some good free education content. That's like this power of three stuff. Everything I learned from those guys. Abe Trade's got a cool blueprint for the low time frame stuff. I'm trying to learn about these delta print candles where you can see the volume inside of the candles and the volume delta. I'm trying to learn some more of that so I can better trade these swing fails. You don't just want to take a swing fail based off of just how it looks necessarily, but with the learning the volume inside the candles, that you can have a better judge as to what's going on inside those candles. So yes, my friends, join my Telegram, see what I'm doing in live time if you want. It's like a journal. I want to get going. I want to get typing on my plan that I showed you guys. I want to type up. I'm anxiously awaiting. Let me check real quick to see if Maine posted something into the Discord. I can try to share with you guys because I know that you guys aren't in there. He didn't post yet. Let's see, what's anybody got anything good in some of these discords? I can share them with you if they do. You know, I gotta get some time to oh. Rec Proof has lessons available. I do want to go through those lessons. I have access to those because I'm in his paid Discord. No one else has really got anything posted yet right now. So we'll keep an eye on it. I always try to get you content from some of the other stuff. When I have anything that I'm using from someone else's Discord or Telegram, I always post it in my Telegram, let you guys know I'm using it, why I'm using it, things like that. I always try to get ideas from other people and then implement it. Shorting this was my own idea, which is probably why I got stopped out and I'll probably get stopped out again. But that's okay. Small trades, learning. I will get really good at this. I'm determined as all hell. I have the brain for it, engineer turned psychologist. There's no reason why I won't be able to get in here and freaking kill it. So, you guys have a good weekend. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'm gonna work on my trading plan. Call my girlfriend. Say hello. Anyways, so there's the plan to long the sweeps. Long the sweeps. And me, DGen, trying to short down into the sweep. To short the sweep, the long after the sweep. So I can go. You guys have a good rest of your night. See ya. Bye.